Let's now shift our attention to the other big story that we are tracking on WION, and this, of course, has got to do with Ukraine's parliament that has now approved Serhiy Koretsky as the country's new prime minister in the latest government reshuffle. Now, during the parliamentary session, a total of 289 lawmakers voted to support Koretsky's candidacy for the post. Now, Koretsky is the head of the state energy company Naftogaz. He was nominated by President Volodymyr Zelensky, citing his record in the energy sector. Zelensky stated that the energy chief was best placed to help prepare Ukraine for another wartime winter. The prime ministerial post was earlier held by Yulia Shevardnenkov, who resigned after Zelensky announced plans to replace the cabinet. The Shevardnenkov's exit, who assumed the post in July 2025, was supported by the parliament in a vote early this week. And amidst the cabinet shake-up, one resignation has particularly sparked public anger in Ukraine. The thousands have staged protests across cities in Ukraine after the government dismissed the defense minister just 6 months into his tenure. And over 1,000 people have gathered in central Kiev singing the Ukrainian national anthem, waving the Ukrainian and the EU flags, and chanting slogans against Fedorov's dismissal. The Ukraine's defense minister has also stepped down after leading a major expansion of the country's drone warfare capabilities. He's also pushed key military reforms during Russia's attacks.
We see today that the Ukrainian people have spoken out, but the Ukrainian people didn't come out for a specific minister, Fedorov. The Ukrainian people took to the streets for themselves. Why? Because of the hopes that had emerged. The initiative had been seized on the battlefield and in the skies.
The protesters said that Fedorov's exit has now raised a lot of concerns. They also described the young, tech-driven minister as a key figure in Ukraine's defense leadership.
I came to defend the freedom of the Ukrainian people to choose effective ministers who genuinely try to carry out reforms in our government and not just set up corrupt schemes. And I believe that his dismissal is a slap in the face of the Ukrainian people.
The rallies held in major cities mark only the second time that the Ukrainians have taken to the streets in such large numbers since the war with Russia began more than 4 years ago. The last of such rallies had taken place in 2025 after President Volodymyr Zelensky's move to curb the country's anti-corruption agency sparked a backlash. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.